I'm inspired by this gathering. This is an extraordinary time for our Jewish community, a time of great transition, a time of urgent challenges, and also a time of enormous opportunities. I've been privileged to meet with the leadership of our Jewish world, from our federations and overseas partners to the Emergency Pandemic Coalition and its roundtable, the Israel Travel Alliance, and other partners in our work, and watch their networks respond to the crisis of the past 8 months. With passion and imagination, our community has delivered hundreds of thousands of meals, provided access to critical protective gear, innovated new pathways to Jewish life, and inspired action related to racial justice and equity. Jewish Together is the manifestation of what is and always should be. And I know, while we have a strong, proud past, the best of our Jewish community has yet to come. How do I know? Because that's the way it's always been. Sadly, we are familiar with experiencing tragedy that fortifies our resilience. Let's now take a moment to remember. Tomorrow, October 27th, will mark 2 years to the day since 11 lives were lost at the Tree of Life attack in Pittsburgh. In memory of the souls of the departed, I ask for a brief moment of silence. Thank you. We will now have the opportunity to look back on these last 8 months as we reflect together, learn, remember, and plan together for our Jewish future.
When the most vulnerable in our community were in trouble, my generation knew we had to step up and pledge to protect them.
With our partners across North America, we mobilized quickly to provide the resources, support, and structure to respond to and protect those in need.
Volunteers with Jewish Family Service are buying groceries and supplies for those survivors of the Holocaust to make sure they have everything they need during this pandemic. And they're also preparing for the upcoming holidays. So volunteers are making sure that the survivors are getting food through the Passover Meals Delivery Program.
Guys, you are saving lives.
Thank you, firefighters, for keeping us safe.
We are living through tremendously challenging times. The toll is already high, and it will grow higher. Even as we look to the future, we have to find ways to mourn the people we lost, the plans we had.
I had lots of aspirations for the second semester of the school year and of 2020 itself. It didn't work out.
We know how to grieve, and we know that we will get through this.
Our local communities have stepped in beautifully. They have creatively transitioned from in-person gatherings to online virtual experiences, such as SHABBAT dinners, new parent and baby groups, and Parents' Night Out.
This is a really critical time to give students the best possible experience, whether we can be in person or whether we have to be online.
Changing our schedule and our classes to virtual and in-person learning. We have purchased over 50 flat screen TVs to be placed in all the classrooms, kindergarten through 12th grade, with 2 cameras and microphones.
Dabru Elav, at Kol Divrei Yosef.
Imanu, Miskavlan. Shavua Tov, everyone. Shavua Tov. Thank you so much for joining us. And
The pandemic has led us to reinvent Jewish life in ways large and small.
Dayenu, dayenu, dayenu. Today is my day to shine. Today the whole world is mine. I've got to live today like it's me. Only one I got. I know my
We've created new tools for individuals, families, and organizations to plan for the uncertain future.
We are finding new ways to connect with our communities.
Happy Trans Day of Visibility.
New ways to live out our Jewish values.
Local teens helping to make a difference.
A group of teens from New York and New Jersey with the Orthodox Union are working with Habitat for Humanity.
After sitting at home for so many months, now finally getting out and helping people, it really makes me feel good inside.
New ways to connect with the world and with Israel.
Say how much I love working for Honeymoon Israel as a queer person.
It's helped with some of the loneliness, feeling like we're in it with couples who also had to postpone their wedding. It's nice being in that together and feeling like we're welcomed and we're celebrated. Happy Pride!
My name is Zohar Aviv, and I'm with the Birthright Israel team here in Israel. Although there is an ocean separating between us, we're all actually in the same boat, all secluded at home, doing our own thing. And actually, I think that this forced seclusion allows us to feel a heightened sense of community and togetherness.
The reason that we blow the shofar on Rosh Hashanah is because in Torah, in the book of Leviticus, it teaches us that we should have a Yom Teruah, a day of blasts.
Jewish life and our shared values power us through crisis, bringing us together.
We find holiness every day, working toward hope and justice.
Building community with joy.
For us, for all.
We do Jewish together.